Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked where I climb the online doubles ladder and provide live commentary as I go. We are nearing the end of Season 1 for Battle Stadium Doubles, so after the New Year's, we'll officially be playing the VGC 2020 rule set in-game, which means a lot of the G-Max Pokemon will be allowed, so I'm pretty excited for that. But like I mentioned, until then, there are a couple of cool teams that I wanted to feature that were built by other players. I am working on a couple of teams for the VGC 2020 format, so hopefully as soon as we switch over to the rules, I'll have those teams built in-game. So working on a couple of things, so keep your eyes out open for that. But this team was built by an incredible player named Eduardo Cunha, who also goes by Embc. And I wanted to feature this team because, one, he has been a really active player and content creator in the last couple of weeks. He's actually been streaming pretty regularly on Twitch, so I'll link his Twitter and Twitch in the description below, and he's always super high up on the ladder and has featured a lot of different cool teams. And he was actually able to win the most recent Galar Weekly with this team, so I wanted to give it a go. And that tournament was actually played in the VGC 2020 format. This doesn't have any G-Max Pokemon on it, but it was strong enough that it was still able to beat the rest of the field, and I think there were like 180 competitors in that competition or so. So yeah, first of all, thank you to Eduardo for publishing this team. Please go check him out because it is a really cool team and he is a really good player and streams a lot on Twitch. And yeah, so you can see it's a rental team, but there are a bunch of neat things on it. I mean, Life Orb Hydreigon paired with Togekiss I think is really strong because it covers some of Hydreigon's biggest problems in dealing with, for example, the Dragapult. It's got Weakness Policy Rhyperior, which is really strong and we've actually seen a bunch of, but I actually haven't used myself, so I'm pretty excited to try it out. And this team also has a Jellicent, but this Jellicent is pretty different from the last one that we used. That one had obviously like Shadow Ball and Hydro Pump, and this one has Scald, Giga Drain, and Strength Sap, which is a really interesting attack that I hope to feature. So yeah, this is definitely kind of a Trick-Room-oriented team, and it operates a little bit similar to the last team we used, but obviously a lot of the Pokemon are quite different, and it's interesting that Jellicent now is really picking up in usage. So I'm excited to try out this team. Go check out Eduardo, and yeah, excited to just play a bunch more games. We're pretty high up in the ladder, so we'll see how the next couple of days go, but regardless, I'm excited to just try out a bunch of different things, and yeah, we're almost in VGC 2020. So as always, if you guys enjoyed, please share support by leaving a like, go check out Eduardo, and let's get started with today's episode. Alright, we're going to find our very first opponent of the day with this team. Let's see what they are rocking. Gastro, Duraludon, Excadrill, oh, interesting, Togekiss, Hippowdon, which I haven't seen at all. It's always been Tyranitar, and then the Dracovish. So, let's see. What do I want to go with here? Togekiss, Rhyperior is interesting, actually. I have to worry about Duraludon. I mean, Rhyperior can really blow holes through my opponent's team, but I mean, I still have to be careful of a lot of things. I don't think I want Hydreigon in this game because of the Togekiss on my opponent's end. Jellicent's going to be really good here. Actually, I think it's like the best Pokemon in this matchup. So we're definitely bringing Jellicent. We're definitely bringing Rhyperior. Maybe Arcanine for Intimidate. Actually, Ferrothorn's amazing here as well. So Jelly, Rhyperior, Ferro for sure. So the question is, what do I want as the last one? Hydreigon is interesting as a lead, specifically. But it gets walled by Togekiss, doesn't it? So maybe my own Togekiss, actually, because I can spread Yawns, which is actually kind of compelling for me in this game. I think I'm going to go a more dedicated Trick Room combination this time. So Togekiss, Jelly, Rhyperior, Ferrothorn. I played a couple of games with this team before recording this, and there are definitely a lot of intricacies. I think it's a really good team, and I think like games typically last longer than most of the games that we've played with, like with other teams. So you have to actually really think about each turn carefully because it can really make or break a game. So yeah, let's jump into it. I'm really excited to try it out and just feature this team because I think it's really good. So it's gonna be Duraludon, Togekiss, which is not like super fun to go up against because like Togekiss isn't in a super ideal position, but I also don't think it's like the end of the world here. Yeah, especially because we have the Berry. I don't even mind eating up an attack here if it means getting a Yawn off, to be honest, but I'm also tempted to just hard switch out into Rhyperior. Well, no, Rhyperior switching doesn't make much sense if he's going to just go for a Steel-type attack into Togekiss. Yeah, I don't mind Yawning here. And Trick Rooming. Because if my opponent messes up and doesn't follow me and Dynamaxes Duraludon, and the Dynamax is happening, then Yawn will completely shut down my opponent's Dynamax effectively for this game. Yeah. So if we hit the, Yawn, yeah, if we get the Yawn off and, oh wait, it's Togekiss Dynamaxing. I did not expect that. So it's probably going to be Airstreaming. But that's fine, because we're getting Trick Room up this game. That's more than okay, yeah. That's actually really good. Okay. I think we should survive a Flash Cannon with Babiri Berry, but it might Steel Beam. No, it's actually Dark Pulsing. Well, we've got Colbur Berry, so we take that. Yeah. Hopefully we don't flinch. That would be a problem. Yeah, I think flinch would actually be really bad for us, because then you can just Airstream Dark Pulse next turn. But no flinch. Okay, good. So now what we can do is just Yawn the Togekiss on the opposing side, and probably switch out Jelly. Do I want to switch out, actually? I mean, yeah, probably. I need to make use of my Trick Room turns. It's just, I don't want to take any damage this turn, right? So perhaps I Yawn and I actually just attack this turn. And I don't want to... Oh, I shouldn't have Scalded, because I can burn something here. So I should have, like, Strength Slap to heal back, actually. So that was a misplay. Yeah, there are a lot of intricacies with this team. Like, I definitely have not been playing with it perfectly at all in the couple of games I played before this. Okay, Duraludon switches out. That's fine. Into Hippowdon. Okay, that's more than fine, especially if we get, like, a burn. But even if we don't, I mean, it sets up the sand for Rhyperior already. We want to get Rhyperior in safely, basically, and then start sweeping with it, basically. Yeah, the upside here is that we'll be able to Yawn my opponent's Togekiss too, so basically Dynamax is wasted for my opponent in this game. Which is beautiful. And he's just Starfalling, that's fine. And a Togekiss. I hope that KOs after Sand. I don't think it does. We'll hang on with a bit. Okay. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. What, does that prevent you from falling asleep now? With Yawn? If you've yawned the turn before? I would assume yes, but I actually don't know how that mechanic works. If one of you guys know, let me know in the comments below, because I have no idea. Either way, though, it's my opponent's last turn of Dynamax, so it's really okay here. Just going to Dazzling Gleam, I think, and go for another... I want to heal the Jellicent up this turn, I think, so... Dazzling, and then Strength Sap the Hippowdon, so then I get to switch it into Rhyperior, and then I can finally go from there. A lot of this team revolves, at least how I've been playing it, is setting up Rhyperior in a position where you can just attack safely and consistently, and you don't want to switch into anything. But in this position, like, I'm fine, yeah, sacking the Togekiss. Oh, I guess my opponent's Togekiss isn't grounded anyway, so it has to switch out, yeah. He's just slack offing, that's fine. Maybe I could have Yawned that slot instead. But the thing about Yawn is it basically forces switches every turn, but you don't actually get, like, a ton off it, right? So it's not, like, super ideal. Now, one kind of cool play we can make is that we can actually Giga Drain our own Rhyperior to proc the Weakness Policy. Yeah. Yeah, I should have Yawned. Actually, no. Sorry, I couldn't have Yawned the Hippowdon because of Starfall. How much does that do? Actually, not bad damage from Togekiss. Okay, we bring out Rhyperior. Yeah. And Togekiss is asleep, and now we can Dynamax Rhyperior. So I think we're not in a bad spot. We've got Ferrothorn, which is huge against my opponent's entire team, too. We just need to be careful of Duraludon, but after a couple special defense boosts, it shouldn't really be a problem. One play I kind of want to make this turn is Giga Draining my own Rhyperior, and then going for Max Quake onto the Hippowdon. Yeah, because Togekiss is not a threat to me at all at this point, so I'm actually going to go for the self-Giga Drain here. It'll heal me back up. Yeah, it's 4 times super effective, but with Sand Up, Rhyperior with its ability as well, and Dynamax, it should only do like 25% or so at max. Hippowdon shouldn't be able to KOS us either. So, yeah, now we finally get to Dynamax. So, yeah, not bad. I mean, the scary thing is if the Togekiss wakes up, but it won't wake up this turn, obviously. And we can Rock Fall next turn to guarantee the KO. It's just I would like rather click Max Quake so I can knock out the Duraludon as well. But yeah, this is kind of a cool play you can make with this team, where Dynamax Rhyperior in Sand really doesn't take too much damage, even from like 4 times super effective attacks. But the Hippo has Yawn! Oh, but that's funny because Terrain is up, so it shouldn't be affected by that, right? Okay. Well, there's the Giga Drain, and there's the Weakness Policy. Right, Yawn shouldn't affect me because of Misty Terrain, which my opponent kindly set up for me. Let's see. I think this should KO, right? Yes, good. Nice. All right. So we get a knockout, and more importantly, we get that special defense boost, which is really critical. Now, what I am worried about is the potential Dracovish in the back, because if Trick Room expires, Togekiss wakes up, and then my opponent's win con is basically go for a flinch onto the Jellicent to deny me from setting up another Trick Room. But yeah, I'm really glad we've got to feature some of the cool components of this Jellicent so far with Strength Sap and Recover. Sorry, not Recover, Giga Drain. Self-Giga Draining the Rhyperior. So we know there's Duraludon on the back. That's not really too much of a threat, especially after we get a couple of special defense boosts. We've already gotten one, which is a good start. So I'm really curious on what my opponent's last Pokemon is. However, you totally could bring in Duraludon here and maybe just go for a Follow Me with Togekiss, hoping to wake up and redirect the Max Quake. And it actually is Duraludon coming out. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, I don't want to risk it waking up, so I think I will just Rockfall the Togekiss. And Scald Duraludon, yeah. Because I think my opponent should always go for a Follow Me play here. And I could risk it where it's like if I connect. I mean, if Togekiss doesn't wake up, then the game's over, but... otherwise, I get nothing off the turn, and even at +1 special defense in Sand with the ability and Dynamax, I'm still taking some damage from Duraludon, so I'd rather not risk it. Wonder what set it is, though. If it has Dark Pulse, I'm thinking it's probably Weakness Policy, maybe Choiced. So, we'll have to see. Let's see. He didn't go for Follow Me. That's kind of annoying, but okay. We can't burn, but Scald actually does a lot, yeah. Duraludon special defense is not good, which also indicates to us that it's not AV, which is also an important piece of information. Alright, so Togekiss that out of the way. I think had we just Max Quake there, that probably just would have been game, but hard to say for sure. Without knowing what my opponent's last one is. And just a Dark Pulse, which we should be able to take. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, we're at +1 special defense, yeah. Still can't tell what item is on that Duraludon, though. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yawn does not affect us. Okay, but we do run out of our Trick Room. And what is that? Oh, it's Excadrill. Okay, I think Pharaoh should win this game at this point, then, by itself. I don't even think my opponent can knock out either Pokemon here. So I think I can pretty cleanly Max Quake and Trick Room. Yeah. I was more worried about Dracovish. I think if Dracovish were the last one, that'd be a problem. But yeah, I'm glad in the first game here we get to demonstrate a lot of the cool things this team can do. Yeah, I don't even think a double up here knock. Like, Rhyperior with its ability is so strong. Especially once you Dynamax it. It just doesn't get KO'd by anything. And if you get a single boost off from Max Quake, like, it just sticks around for pretty much forever. So Max Quake here will knock out the Duraludon. Now we've got a 1v1. And Excadrill just can't do anything against Ferrothorn. So my opponent's team was already pretty Ferrothorn weak in team preview, so as long as we knock out Togekiss, Ferrothorn is pretty good against it. The entire team, pretty much. And yeah, even though Trick Room ended there, we were able to get Rhyperior into it. Like, I think a lot of the times with this game, you want to like wait until you finally have a good position to bring out Rhyperior, and then you basically just sweep in those couple of turns, especially if you can proc your own Weakness Policy by Giga Draining with Jellicent. So the Jellicent set's really unique. The last one we were using like Shadow Ball and Hydro Pump, and we weren't really attacking very often with it on that previous Trick Room team, but this one, like, its attacks are super good. So just High Horsepower and Leech Seed. Actually, the safer play is to probably protect the first turn around on Leech Seed, but I don't think an Iron Head from Excadrill even KOs Rhyperior at this point. But yeah, the reason why it's better is because you don't get risk of like EQ, or EQ becomes spread damage, and you have to Iron Head the Rhyperior, so you basically get an extra buffer turn with hitting Leech Seed, and we connect here, so that should be game. Yeah, I don't even think Iron Head KOs. Hard to say for sure. Don't know what the item is on Excadrill yet, but it's not Life Orb as we saw. It will be close. We don't have a defense boost, but this is pretty bulky Rhyperior. Either way, we can just Gyro Ball and alternate between protects now. So let's see if Iron Head gets the KO. Rhyperior is so bulky. That's nuts. High Horsepower does connect, so nice. Yeah, really happy we got to show off the cool Jellicent tricks in this game, though. Like, being able to self-proc your Weakness Policy, and the speeds are, you saw, they are the way it is, where it activates before you attack your Rhyperior before Rhyperior attacks under Trick Room, which is even cooler. Which is why this isn't min speed Rhyperior, it's like admin. And yeah, it doesn't have like a 0 speed IV. It's not like Brave 0 speed. So you get to make some cool plays around that where Jellicent procs the Weakness Policy before you activate. You actually heal yourself up a fair amount, and Rhyperior takes at most like 20-25% of damage. But that was also fun because, yeah, it's funny because I think this game would have been a lot harder if my opponent didn't go for the max Starfalls initially. But the Starfall set up the terrain, which allowed me to not fall asleep with Rhyperior. But I think that's why you guys are going to see a lot more Yawn on really all kinds of Pokemon, but definitely Togekiss moving forward, because it puts on so much pressure where it effectively forces a switch every turn, right? And there are only two options your opponent can switch to in the back. And so given that, like, especially later on in the game, you can just exert so much pressure. In the early game too as well, and if they Dynamax and you Yawn that slot, like, it effectively wastes their Dynamax. So sleep is a great way to deal with Dynamax, for example, and just major threats in general. And Yawn is a pretty consistent option because unlike something like Sleep Powder, which is relatively inaccurate, Yawn will connect, and it doesn't happen immediately, but it basically forces a switch immediately. So yeah, happy we got to display that combo in the first game today, and we're up against a Rain archetype for the next one, so definitely an interesting team. I realized someone pointed out how I always say, like, call teams interesting, and that's totally true. I just need better words on my vocabulary to describe teams. So I'm going to need Ferrothorn in this, I think. Probably need Arcanine as well, to be honest, to deal with Ferrothorn. Actually, although I guess I do have Hydreigon. It's just that Ferrothorn is like a really tough Pokemon to go up against. Yeah, my opponent has Corviknight as well, which makes me think I probably need both Arcanine and Ferrothorn, but then who do I bring in the back? I'm thinking maybe Togekiss Hydreigon, but the problem is that my opponent has like 3 Tailwind users, so ideally I'd want to set up Trick Room in this game. Going up against opposing Ferrothorns are not fun. I don't think I really want Rhyperior in this matchup. Now, it still hits really hard under Trick Room, I guess. This is really tough. I guess, no. The thing is, yeah, I also have to worry about Duraludon, right? So Togekiss doesn't seem that great for me. Maybe I do go Jellicent. Jellicent, Hydreigon, Ferrothorn, Arcanine. I really don't like not bringing Rhyperior here. Alright, let's see. I don't think this matchup is super great, actually. Mainly because I have to deal with the Ferrothorn and Rain. And I maybe should have brought Rhyperior. I think Rhyperior is just so good with this team that you can bring it into any matchup, even a Rain matchup. Especially because I can control the weather by Rock Falling, but it's going to be Whimsicott and Duraludon, okay. Yeah, it's not good news for us. The big question is if there is a taunt on Whimsicott. So I want a Trick Room here. And I think I actually want to just hard switch out into Pharaoh. Scald actually doesn't do bad damage against Duraludon. If there is taunt here, though, I also got a Draco Meteor Trick Room, actually. That covers the option if Duraludon's not Scarf. Because, like, then I'll outspeed... actually, no. Whimsicott can always just Moonblast that slot, I guess. I kind of expect Duraludon to Dynamax this game, too. So I think I probably should have had Rhyperior in the back, because once I get up Trick Room, like, Rhyperior still actually does really well against my opponent's entire team, bar Ferrothorn, and then I have Arcanine for the Ferrothorn. But yeah, I don't think like leading Togekiss offers me much here. I wanted to lead Hydreigon because it puts on pressure against everything bar the Whimsicott. And if Whimsicott comes out, I can pull the switch. But okay, so it is Dynamax coming out. Yeah, the problem with this always is we don't know like the full Whimsicott moveset, right? A lot of Whimsicotts nowadays are not carrying like Taunt or Encore, running like Tailwind, Moonblast, Energy Ball, and some fourth attack. But even if it does have Encore, you can just switch out Jellicent next turn. So let's see. Oh man, that is sick. If it's Dark Pulsing, oh, and he's Zag Max Darkness, and we have the berry. I don't think this KOs us. I hope it doesn't. Nice. Okay. Well, we got out of that better than expected, I guess. Fake Tears, that's always an option as well, yeah. I'm definitely going to swap... do I actually swap out Jellicent here? I don't want to switch into Arcanine. I actually think I just double up onto Whimsicott. Yeah, but it could Encore me, right? That's what I'm worried about. I suppose if you Encore me, I do get a free switch into... Oh, no, I'm not knocking out the Whimsicott. I should have switched out there. Oh, it's just Fake Tearsing. Okay. Into Ferrothorn, yeah, that makes sense. So we'll knock out the Whimsicott here, which is good. Duraludon probably KOs the Jellicent here. That's one way to deal with Ferrothorn if you're running Duraludon / Rain. Fake Tears. Should have expected that. Okay. And Max Darkness against Ferrothorn. Yeah, does that KO? No, but that did way too much for comfort, I think. And now we're at -4 special defense on both Pokemon. But not the end of the world. We still have Hydreigon. The question is what item the Duraludon has. If it's not Assault Vest, then... I mean, it's not Life Orb, though, which makes me think it's probably AV, and that's Ferrothorn coming in from my opponent's end. So here, I think you just Max Darkness my Ferrothorn, and Power Whip probably the Jellicent. So I think I'll switch out into Arcanine here. Yeah, I've taken too much damage with Ferrothorn, so I think I just sack it. Basically, I mean, if once Trick Room expires, I'll be able to Snarl. It's just that if it's an AV Duraludon, which is what I'm expecting, a Draco Meteor definitely won't KO it, so ideally I chip it enough where I can KO it with the Draco, but there's not much to chip it with other than Arcanine Flare Blitzing. Yeah. I also should have Gyro Balled there. I mean, not that it does any damage, but Leech Seed literally offers me nothing, because I should get KO'd this turn with onto Ferrothorn. Unless for some reason my opponent doesn't target that slot. That would be quite odd. It's got Body Press. Oh, that's rad. Because now I take way too much damage with my Arcanine. I should have maybe just sacked both Pokemon to get a free switch into Arcanine Hydreigon. Maybe a Steel Spike. Okay. It does so much though, jeez. Maybe we Dynamax Arcanine this game. Okay. This isn't terrible. Steel Spike makes sense with Body Press too. Okay, let's see. So Dynamax ends now from Duraludon. There are still 2 turns of Trick Room left. That's not great, is it? No, it's not. I'm gonna Snarl. The Protect here is really obvious, isn't it? I should have brought in Jellicent, actually, yeah. I want to make a really aggressive play, expecting a double up onto Arcanine. And just attack with Hydreigon outright here. That would be really aggressive, though. Maybe double protecting is fine this turn. Yeah, I kind of want to play it safe because I feel like I should still be able to win if I play it safe. But what I really want to do is protect Arcanine, Flamethrower, Ferrothorn. I want to see if I can confirm Duraludon's item here. Body Press. Yeah, I think this might have been a double of an Arcanine. Not Eat Draco'd. Into Hydreigon. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't do that then. As I actually heal from the Duraludon, which is kind of funny. But now he might double up an Arcanine, but then I would get a fully healthy Hydreigon back out, which I guess wouldn't be terrible. I think I might actually Dynamax the Arcanine here, because I do have the Berry. Yeah, I think I actually will Dynamax and Max Flare the Duraludon. Reason being, I want to chip away at it, because then I can have Arcanine next to Dynamax Hydreigon. Or sorry, Dynamax Arcanine next to Hydreigon. And I still have the Citrus Berry on Arcanine as well. So I'm going to swap out here. Ideally, my opponent goes for the same play, knocks out the Jellicent, and then I get a free switch him back into Hydreigon. I don't know. I mean, I could have Dynamaxed the Hydreigon, which is probably the better choice because it's more offensive in this team. But the thing is, I also don't want my Arcanine fainting this turn, and what this play covers for is also like a Draco Meteor into that slot, plus an attack from the Ferrothorn. Like a Body Press plus Draco Meteor. He's Body Pressing into Jellicent. And we're faster than Duraludon. Oh, whoa, what? Okay. I mean, a lot. Actually, this will hinge off what my opponent's last one is, basically, at this point, I think. And the Draco went into Arcanine. Perfect. Okay, that's what we wanted to see. Yeah. So Duraludon's actually faster. It's pretty bulky as well. But that's nice because I actually get more Seeds recovery, and Duraludon pretty much has to switch out here, I think. But like now you're in a really awkward spot where you have Ferrothorn and Duraludon out, right? And neither really doing too much. So I think I'm gonna Max Flare into the Ferrothorn slot because I'll just still do damage through Protect and I'll reset the weather. And what am I worried about most for my opponent's last one? Probably Ludicolo, I guess. I kind of want a Strength Sap here to heal back. I don't know how much I'll be healing back, but it's still better than nothing. Yeah, and Duraludon switches out. So if we can knock out Ferrothorn here, that'd be quite nice. That looks like Ludicolo coming into me. Yep. Doesn't protect Ferrothorn, so we get a KO there too. Okay. Oh, I should have Trick Roomed. Actually, should I have? Hydreigon's going to be the fastest Pokemon in this game at this point. How much does Strength Sap heal us here? Let's see. Unfortunately, Jellicent's not very good for us at this point in the game, but... Wow, wait, that's so much HP still! I was definitely expecting a little bit less. Interesting. Okay. So now it's Duraludon. You can't fake me out, though. It's probably gonna Draco. Max Darkness is special and will lower the special defense onto Duraludon. I mean, do we see its item there? It was just consistently Draco Meteoring, so I'm worried about Scarf still. I guess I'll double up into Duraludon here. I mean, Skull's not going to do much, but a Burn plus... Oh, wow. My opponent just forfeits. I don't think that was a game they needed a forfeit, necessarily. But, okay. I mean, I guess there, Ludi can't do much. I mean, if it was AV Ludi, though, like, Ice Beam probably 2-shots Hydreigon, if you could knock out the Arcanine there. I don't know. It would have been really close. But maybe my opponent just, knowing his team, knew that there wasn't much that they could have done. So, yeah. I think... For this team, I'll probably stick to 2 games because I think the games typically last a little bit longer and they get kind of drawn out, so I don't want to spend like 45 minutes making an episode. So I hope you guys don't mind that. So kind of shorter episode today, but I'm going to feature this team for 2 more episodes, and we got a lot of cool tricks that we got to use today. So yeah, didn't expect to Dynamax the Arcanine in that last game, but it ended up working out quite nicely. And yeah, fortunately, the body press, I think the Dynamax play ended up working out because, like I said, we were able to survive. So sometimes Dynamax is good just for like a defensive play, and that's exactly what happened in this one. So yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you, as always, for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Please go check out Edu. His team, his Twitter, and his Twitch are all linked in the description below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. All right, peace.